Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hong Kong Toy Art Show exclusive version of the Storm Arena Sagat. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valaverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, here is a closer look at the package. Now, when I'm going to be completely honest, when I saw this colorway announced as a Hong Kong Toy Show exclusive, I did not know that it came with different accessories and a different head. All I noticed was that the trunks were different. I assumed all the other stuff was the same. I just knew that I really liked the way that the khaki and red looked instead of the blue and yellow. I know the blue and yellow is his classic colorway, but for me, this just caught my eye and it struck me. And I was like, this is fantastic. I also happen to have a friend of mine who lives in Hong Kong, so he was able to get this for me and get it shipped out. I think I paid grand total, I think it was like $70, and now it's on Big Bad Toy Store for $60. So I don't feel bad. I've been sitting on this for about 3 weeks since it came out. I got it pretty quickly, maybe 2 weeks. I can't remember. I've been sitting on it for a while. But in its, since it's arrived, I've since come to find out that, yeah, it is physically different. It actually comes with different things that the regular Storm Arena Sagat comes with, and then we're going to go over that as well. So you do have a picture of Sagat right there, and Street Fighter 03, Street Fighter Alpha 03, artwork there on the side, and then here he is on the back. Different variations of moves he can get in, and you can see here he comes with like the, I don't know, was it the Tiger Punch? I can't remember what it was called, where he kicks the fireball out or punches the fireball out. And he does come with a smiling head instead of what the other one does. So let's get this guy opened up and take a closer look at everything that comes in the package. All right, starting off with the accessories, he does come with the exact same stand that Ken and Ryu have come with. I thought it might be taller because it's Sagat. He's a bigger dude. Nope, exact same size. Double checked. He does come with two of his gesturing gripping hands. He has two punchies on him in the package. And then he does come with a smiling face, whereas the blue colored Sagat comes with like a downturn, like teeth gritting face. So mouth up, mouth down on the other one. Little scar, little eye patch, looks really nice. And then the big difference, other than that and the colorway, is that he comes with the Tiger Punch or Tiger Flame. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was called. Blast effect piece here. It's hollowed out. It's got a little peg right there to put it on the stand. And then he comes with two punching effects. And I'm assuming that these will, yeah, they're molded to fit onto his fists. Whereas the blue color version of Sagat comes with the like tiger kick, or the a kicking effect, where same color, I believe, the yellow to orange fade, and then that snaps over his leg. But this one comes with the punching effects, so that's pretty nice. And then here is Sagat himself, so you can see the difference here with the heads. Many people were saying that they wish that the first one had come with the smiling face, and I think maybe D Amazing pointed out that the skin tones are different, so you couldn't really pop this head on the other Sagat and it work. But he also encouraged people not to freak out because, to remind you that, they've already put out like, 3 or 4 different colors of Ken and Ryu. So I'm pretty sure at some point they will go the Jada route, and when they release a certain color of Sagat, they will probably pack him in with a head with the skin tone that matches the blue one. Jada does that sometimes. They'll pack in an accessory with one that goes with the other when it comes to the different colorways. But here is Sagat himself, and let's take a look at exactly how tall he is. So he is standing almost exactly, a little under 7.5 inches. And we are going to take a look at him compared to the Jada Toys Sagat and different variations of Ken and Ryu. So let's just kind of go over the figure as a whole. Man, like the shading just looks really, really good on this guy. You know, you just think of a big buff guy with a scar across his chest. There's not going to be a lot of room for paint apps, but there really are. There's shading on every part of this guy that's got a sculpture change. There is some very beautiful shading all the way throughout. You've got some shading and dry brushing. And I hope this comes across on the camera. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit, but there's texture all over the bandage wrap. So it's not just flat wraps. They are textured. You have some nice striping along the waistband for it, you know, to sort of give it that that elastic look, which is really nice. No Everlast logo. And then again, there you can really see that texture down on the wraps on his legs, which looks a lot nicer than the texture on his actual feet. As far as articulation goes, with the neck and the head, Sagat can look up that far, which is really good. But I guess I had it popped off a little bit, maybe that far without engaging, like without it coming off of the ball joint. But who does he look up to? No one. He looks down that far, and with all of the range of motion in the head and the neck, the base of the head and the neck, you've got lots of range of motion there. The chest is like the Storm Arena Ken and Ryu. It's kind of a little rubbery. So as far as like crossing his arms and his chest and the butterfly joints go, oh man, that's ridiculous. You can really get those arms across the chest and just look at that. It's probably a little too much on this side. You can see that gap, but that right there is pretty nice. And going backwards, you get about that far. So you can really move that butterfly joint around. Arms can go up really high, so not quite a Y pose, but way better than a T pose. Arms can go all the way around, nice and tight. Feels good. We've got bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, but with that big bicep and not a cut in, you're not getting more than that on the elbow. We have nice hinge and swivel at the wrist. You've got a really nice, so you've got a ball joint down at the waist, and then you've got this diaphragm joint. So if you engage both of those together, he can scrunch forward that far, and then leaning back about that far. And my waist joint feels really tight. I think I remember D Amazing saying something about the waist joint had been improved on this one a little bit. So I think there might have been some complaints that the blue one, the waist came apart too easily, I think is what I remember hearing. This one is like pretty sturdy. It's really tight. I really like that the scar and the sculpt and the paint go all the way up underneath there. So no matter how far you rear it back, like you're not going to see a gap there, which is really nice. You do have a very, very nice drop down hip. So you can go forward all the way without going out to the side. Nice rubbery shorts piece right here for that very reason. You can go all the way out to the side, which is just great. You can go all the way back. So lots of mobility there, and pretty decent hip rotation. Not so much outward, but inward a little bit. Do we have, oh yeah, there we go. That's why. That's because you got more rotation hidden at the bottom of the shorts, which is really nice. Double jointed pinless knees go all the way back, like so. No swivel there, hinge, swivel, rock at the ankle, and then very tight toe articulation, which is great. This guy really needs to get up on his toes. I'm not a big fan of toe articulation unless it's very specific to that character, and Sagat, I feel like, is one of those characters that really needs that toe articulation. So let's see like how it looks. Let's pop the other head on. And there we go. That looks really nice. And let's see here, like, really want to get him in that motion that the flame effects push on. So how does this work? Does it just clamp on? It's like friction. Yeah. Friction just holds that on. And there you have it. And that looks really nice. Of course, you need to bring it over in the front a little bit more, but you've got that blast effect there. So that's super, super cool. I really like the way, man, they hold on there really nice. I almost feel like the hand's going to come off when you go to pull that off. This guy is just, man, hand candy. I am going to be posing this guy for quite a while. Yeah, pose video incoming for sure. And then super easy. I love that they give you these, sorry, that's a complete wrong hand. I love how they give you these like rubbery hands. So there's like no chance of, you know, you breaking the peg or anything like that. Yeah, this guy poses so well. Like, he looks great. So yeah, let's get him standing straight up and down for some size comparisons, because we definitely need to see how this guy stacks up to other fighters. So if you're only sticking with the Storm Arena line, here he is next to the Storm Arena Ken and Ryu. But if you are like me and you are collecting both it and the Jada Toys Street Fighter line simultaneously, like a madman, here he is with the Jada Toys Ken and Ryu. I think he's going to mix in nicely if you want to sort of mix and match and hop back between the lines, which ones you need to be more articulated or more mobile than others. You can swap them out. But let's take a look at him compared to the Jada Toys Sagat, because I think that's what everybody's wanting to know. All right, let me bring in the Jada Sagat here. This was another reason why I was okay going with this colorway, because I have this one that's got the blue and red. Looks to me, it looks like the Jada Toys is a little taller than the Storm Arena, and it does appear to me that the Storm Arena seems to be a little beefier. So, I mean, it's not much taller, but it's, you know, a slightly noticeable difference there. One of the things, I've seen some comparison videos out there before, and comparing these two, and one of the things I wanted to point out is like the crotch area. As you can see here, this one is a little boxier. It's a little wider in this area, where this is a lot skinnier and goes down a lot further. Man, the jokes are just literally writing themselves. I would say that visually I like the look of this better, but I think functionally this functions better because you get more of a straight out, like, as you can see, the leg is coming straight out without going off to the side at all. And this one, because we just took a look at it with that drop down, it doesn't really go out that far to the side at all. I think this just has a better functionality to it, even though visually I don't like it. But I think that degree of how far the leg goes out to the side when you raise straight up is nominal. So I'm going to go with this because visually I like the way this looks a little bit better. As far as the ab crunch with the chest and stomach, let's see the range of difference here. I mean, it's no contest. The Jada Toys is putting it to shame as far as that crunch. And the lean back, it's probably going to be about the same because this one was leaning back really well. This one probably has just a slightly better range of motion there. And then you've got how far the arms can cross over into the front of the chest. This one is going to have, the Storm Marina is going to have the rubbery chest, so that's going to get you a few more degrees there, whereas this one is the hard plastic, and as you can see, doesn't go over as much, but again, it's kind of negligent. Negligible. It's not the same. Now, as far as like hand feel, I'm gonna have to give it to Storm Marina. I think Storm Marina definitely has the better feel in hand. It just feels more like a premium figure. And these are roughly the exact same price point. Now, I paid, basically $70 for this, whereas this one is, going to be that $35. So I paid double. But if you got the regular blue one, it's a minor difference in cost. So I think it's really going to come down to basically like your visual preference. I personally, if I had to get rid of one and keep one, I would keep the Storm Arena and get rid of the Jada Toys. But that's by no means a knock against the Jada Toys. This is a fantastic figure. It's incredible, really, knowing that you can walk into your local store and find this figure on shelves and pick it up for what you can. And that's not going to happen with this figure here. That's just my opinion. You let me know in the comments down below, which one of these do you prefer and why? I gotta say, I am not upset at all about the price that I paid. If I had known that Big Bad Toy Store was going to carry it, I do think I would have held out and saved the extra $10. But I did have this weeks ago and was able to check it out. And I also canceled my Big Bad Toy Store pre-order for the blue trunks, which had not shipped yet. So to me, it's kind of odd that they were offering the next one, the next colorway, and having it available for pre-order or even purchase. I'm not sure if it's in stock or a pre-order price before the blue one even come out. I know a lot of people have been getting the blue one from overseas. I just hadn't been so lucky for that one. But yeah, it's weird that it's available before the blue trunks. But I gotta say, I do love this figure very much. I love the way it feels in your hand. I love the way he moves. He's very fluid. He has a very premium feel for not a very premium price when it comes to these Storm Arena figures. It's really going to come down to the aesthetic and, what you like, what is your preferred look for Sagat on your shelf. But for me, for one, I am not upset that I got this version and I got a different colorway. I'm really digging the khaki and the red together. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and I'm kind of interested to see what colors they will go with next. And I really hope that they get this smiling head out for people who want to have it for the blue version, because I do prefer the smiling Sagat. It just makes him look more maniacal and more a little bit evil. So yeah, I'm digging it. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think of this version. Are you getting it? Are you passing it? Do you prefer the blue? You prefer Jada over Street Fighter or over Storm Arena? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Please check out our podcast, which is called Across the Toyverse. Comes out every 2 weeks wherever you download podcasts. And be sure to check us out over on Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the Toy House.